Good morning, students. I hope everyone's doing well and hanging in there. I'm coming to you today with another message from home, actually from my kitchen. As you guys know, as I've mentioned before, my makeshift office is from the burger kitchen next to the coffee maker. And so I'm here today to give you some additional information on a very important assignment, and hopefully just to give you some clarification, some guidance on drafting the outline for your position paper. Now, some of you have already submitted, right? But some of you haven't, and that's okay. All right, that's okay. As you know, everything opens at the beginning of the week on the 13th, and the links are open all week until Sunday the 19th. So you do the work when you can get online and do the work. But I want to just, again, give you some additional guidance and a refresher. So here's the actual link. Right. This is what it actually looks like. Submit a detailed outline of your position paper here. Use the same traditional Roman numeral outline, structure, and template provided early in the semester for your first essay. So the outline looks very similar, right? A revised template is attached below. Use the enclosed outline as a guide in composing your position paper. So I updated the outline and I attached a link. You can also find this template, essay outline template, in files on Canvas. I will review your intended framework, that's your outline, and offer feedback to help you as you move toward fleshing out your first draft. Okay, so I'm online giving people feedback pretty much every day. The outline is worth 10 points. This is a file upload, like a Word doc, a Google Doc. I do really need this before the end of the week so I can give you some feedback as you work on your draft. This is the rubric for assessing your outline. This rubric, right, is pretty straightforward. Quality of ideas and content. Does the author provide relevant and meaningful ideas and content that reflect a high level of thoughtfulness and engagement with the assignment? Excellent, above and beyond job is anywhere from 8 to 10 points. The author does an excellent job in providing relevant, thoughtful, descriptive, and detailed content. Ideas show a high degree of engagement with the assignment, learning, and writing process. So this individual, this isn't, they submitted a very descriptive and detailed outline, but it's not a perfect outline. As a matter of fact, there are probably spelling, grammatical errors, but it's very descriptive, and I can tell this person's put a lot of thought into their outline, okay? But by no means perfect. It's still rough. What makes it excellent is that it's really thoughtful, descriptive, and detailed and complete. A good or thoughtful job. So the author mostly does a good job of providing meaningful content. It shows some thought. It's descriptive. I can tell the person, tried to do the assignment, but it's not as descriptive or detailed, okay? And then finally, 0 to 5 points, this range. This is an adequate job. So this outline definitely needs more work. Okay, what was submitted is kind of like a bare bones outline. Okay, it's adequate. The content may not really be relevant or not the right content. This outline looks like the person threw something together at the last minute with minimal thought. Okay, and they're minimally engaged with the writing process. All right, so that's the rubric, and your outline is a rough draft. It's not about the grammar and the mechanics or the polish. It's about the quality of ideas and how thoughtful and detailed and descriptive. So let's go ahead and go into the template. And this is what I really want to dig into today. So I'm just going to open up the download on my computer so that you can see that. There we go. Okay, let me adjust my screen a little bit, guys. Okay, sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened. Let's try that again. Okay. Few technical problems there, but here we go. So here's the outline. Here's the template. We've gone over the introductory paragraph, right? These are all the elements. A hook, identify the primary text, Othello by William Shakespeare, identify the secondary source, the online debate by the Royal Shakespeare Company, provide some background information, introduce your topic, the topic being, is Othello a racist text? And then wrap up with an arguable and a revelatory thesis statement, right? Revelatory, arguable. This is significant enough to unpack. This thesis statement has some depth to it. A roadmap that provides focus with 3, not more than 4 points. These are your subtopics. So that's a quick review of the introduction. Here's what I really want to focus on, the body of the paper. Okay, so based on what I'm seeing with the outlines that have been submitted and just your questions through email, I know that people are, maybe have some questions about how to flesh out these subtopics. So let me just start at the top. And do notice that in this outline, the Roman numeral 1 is your introduction, 2 is the body paragraph, and 3 is the concluding paragraph. So when I refer to the traditional Roman numeral outline for organizing your paper, this is what I'm talking about. This style of outline for organizing your essay and your ideas. All right, so body of your paper, this is our focus. Each subtopic needs at least 2 specific examples from the text to support your analysis and argument. So at least 2, but not 10, guys. Okay, maybe it's 2 examples in one subtopic, 3 or 4 in the next, and then 2 in the last subtopic. But you do need at least 2 to really sufficiently do the job. The topic sentence for each section should be an assertion that relates back to your thesis. Each section of your paper is multiple paragraphs, so this is important, right? So under Roman numeral 2, letter A, first subtopic or first section of your paper. And notice it's a section, not a paragraph. Each subtopic is multiple paragraphs. Each subtopic is a section of your paper, okay? Because you need to really unpack your ideas. In an academic essay, you want to be descriptive, you want to be detailed, you want to explain, you want to be logical, you want to be analytical. Do not summarize the text unless you're just like presenting a quick example. Okay, so a quick paraphrase or summary as an example, but this is analysis. This is analytical discussion. Okay, each subtopic needs to be organized in a similar way, right? Starting with the topic sentence. This is the main idea of the section of your paper. Your topic sentence should be specific enough to provide focus, and your topic sentence should be assertive and arguable. Well, why should it be assertive and arguable? Remember that your subtopics relate back to your thesis statement, okay? So a subtopic is a mini assertion because it's relating back to your argument. So what this means is your topic sentence should not be too broad, too general, or just really descriptive, or a summary of a scene or an act in the play. It needs to be a little mini assertion that you unpack through your supporting sentences and then support with specific examples from the primary and secondary text, okay? So the stronger your topic sentence, the easier it is to unpack. The stronger your thesis statement, and the more focus you have with that roadmap, the easier all of this is, okay? So what else do you need to have in your subtopics? Well, you need supporting sentences. these sentences are just what they sound like, right? They support the topic sentence, which relates back to the thesis. The topic sentence and subtopic supports the thesis. The supporting sentences support the subtopic. Makes sense? There's a really strong relationship here. Supporting sentences provide detail, explanation, clear and logical analysis supported by examples, okay? And you need at least 2 examples. All right, supporting sentences elaborate on, they elaborate, they unpack the topic sentence, okay? So this is the heart of your paper here, your explanation and your analysis, and those examples are really your evidence. Now I want to clarify that you need to have examples from both the primary text, which is Othello, the play, and you need examples from the online debate. The Royal Shakespeare Company debate, is Othello a racist play? The majority of your examples are coming from Othello. That's your primary text. And then you do need, an example from the debate. So the debate, the secondary source is supplement, it supplements your paper. You're not going to build a paper from the debate. You're still building your argument from Othello, the primary text, and then you're supplementing your argument with examples from the debate. So that's why the majority of your examples still come from the play, come from the primary text. But I am looking for, a couple examples from Othello for each subtopic. And I am looking for at least 1 example from the debate for each subtopic, okay? And I'm looking for you to be engaged, fully engaged with the text, with Othello, which we spent 6 or 7 weeks on before the break. And I'm also looking to see that you're fully engaged with the online debate. So you need to reference at least 2 different points of view, 2 different speakers from the debate. And why? Because this is going to help you make your own argument, right? You don't have to agree with the point of view, by the way. You don't have to agree with any of the speakers in order to utilize examples from the online debate. You can disagree with Hugh Quarshie and Lucian and the moderator and Onyeka. You can disagree with all of them and explain in using an example from the debate why they're wrong, and in that way support your own argument. But the point I'm trying to make through this is that I want to see that you are utilizing examples from Othello and from the debate, and that you're fully engaged, right? And fully engaged means you've got a well-rounded variety of examples from the debate and from the play, okay? So follow this format for each subtopic, the first, the second, and the third. Have a clear topic sentence, have plenty of support, explanation, analysis, examples, or evidence, and make sure that you're providing some closure and transition, right, from each subtopic. I think that pretty well covers the body of your paper and what I'm looking for as you develop your subtopics. Now, when you submit your outline, I'm looking, an outline provides a clear plan, an organization for your paper as you start writing. So, I'm looking for your thesis, right? Roman numeral 1, your thesis, your roadmap, Roman numeral 2, letter A. Just give me a brief description of your subtopic. If you've got the examples, go ahead and add those. Then go to, letter B. Give me a brief description of your second subtopic. Examples if you have them, okay? And so again, do your best, but don't try and make anything perfect. And email me if you have any questions while you're drafting your outline, or if you have finished your outline and you're drafting your first subtopic. Thanks, guys, and have a great week.